What's up?
You said it way before the camera even
Oh,
started.
well,
Well,
yeah, I'm early on a lot of things.
ew.
Where's that?
So we're starting awkward. We're very on
Oh my
brand.
god. Hey,
Hey, what's
hi.
up?
What's up, Pris? Good morning, good afternoon,
Good
good evening, good
afternoon.
evening. It's evening,
Yeah,
technically.
it's been quite a week for me.
Yeah?
Yeah,
What happened?
I'm just stressed, and I kind of got like a promotion at work.
Hey.
Yeah, we're celebration, but that's right. Um, kind of. But the thing is, I don't like being there. So how did I get promoted? It either means the staff isn't up to par and I'm the best they got,
Yep.
or I have all these untapped potential that I'm not tapping into. It really made me have an existential crisis today.
Either that or they hate you and they're promoting you out.
What do you think is more probable? A little bit of both. A
I,
little bit of everything.
I think a little bit of everything. I feel like sometimes expectations are very low because certain people are just set in their ways,
Yeah, that's
and
true.
it made me have that crisis because I'm like, damn, well, if I put effort in things that I don't like, I should be putting effort into things that I actually do like.
Mhm.
Cause I feel like I'm wasting time sometimes. I'm like, okay, why are you comfortable here when you like comfortable here if you don't like it?
Well, what are some things you like that you feel like you haven't tapped into yet? Or maybe
Like I feel like I could be doing more stand up
yeah,
and like more auditions. And I've kind of pushed that aside and kind of made this job my priority when it shouldn't be because
dude.
it
Yeah,
sucks.
same. Me too.
Like, why
I
am I making this piece of shit job my priority? Like I literally don't care. If it burned down tomorrow, I'd laugh.
right, if you're putting in all the work you are for your job, imagine, yeah,
Yeah, like what you could be doing for things that you
what
actually
you're actually
like.
passionate about.
Yeah.
But no, it's still important to, have, sources of income and hopefully many sources of incomes.
Mhm.
Um, any, any ailments this week?
Oh my god. Okay, so remember that episode with
Wait, wait,
Hans?
wait, wait.
Oh, wait.
Ailment, ailment, ailment of the week.
Continues to be upper respiratory infection. It's just something I haven't been able to breathe. I wheeze and cough every other word. I got swabbed for COVID, for strep throat, for mono, literally everything, and everything's clear.
And they said you were positive with COVID, right?
No.
Oh,
They also did a chest x-ray and lung x-ray because they're like that was assuming the worst, which would be like lung cancer or heart failure.
oh shit.
And those things came out clean as a whistle. So I'm
Okay.
like, all right, body, what's the problem?
But didn't you say they gave you like a call,
Yes.
like and that stressed you
There's a
out?
cough. They called me and they're like, hey, is this Priscilla? Is this a good time? And I was like, yes. And I saw Sid Kaiser on the phone. And I was like, oh shit. They're like, we're here to we're calling you about your results.
They
That's
said it like that?
they said it like that. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, she's like, and she
So
goes, I'm like, you saw them, right? And I went, yeah, I saw them. She's like, did you understand them? And I was like, this. Well, it just said negative, and then I was fine. I
yeah,
didn't read anything else.
right.
And she's like, yeah, you're fine. Like you're all clear, nothing to worry about, and stuff like that. I'm like, I'm fine. And she goes, yeah. I'm like, if there's cancer, you'd be able to see it, right? She's like, yeah, it would like pop up as like a dark spot on your lungs. And I was like, but why do
Why
that? Why
say
the
it like that?
theatrics? Like
Right,
calling you
it's
about your
just you're like, "Is
results.
this an audition?"
Yeah, like I was about to fucking have a heart attack. And this bitch told me I was fine.
Glad you didn't. Glad you don't have lung cancer. Glad you didn't have a heart attack.
Imagine that week, that would have been killer.
I had a heart attack.
Yeah, the usual. So you just turned 29.
I don't know whether to applaud or
You're hitting 30, man.
this is my last year of my 20s. What do you think, Solomon?
I think you got a couple more. Most people's 20s go into 32.
That's
That's when you wake up and start going, holy crap, what am I doing with my
you're
life?
I know, I feel like I'm already starting to feel the effects of, like, going into, like, my 30s and then soon to be 40s. My back hurts. I wake up in the morning like, oh, getting up. I'm already making those noises. I'm like, shit. This is it.
I feel that way sometimes too, but I was like born chronically ill, so every time I bend over for something, it's a mission. You heard it earlier. I bent over to get my back and I went, "Ugh." Oh,
Um,
no, I didn't fart this time, but
mhm.
I don't know. I feel like I'm aging faster than I should be. I don't know if it's the stress from work
Yeah.
or it's just like life taking a big fat shit on me. But how was Mexico? You went to Mexico,
I was in
Cabo?
Mexico. I was specifically in Cabo San Lucas for the week this past week.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun. Hotel was beautiful.
Where'd you stay?
We stayed at the Solmar Hotel,
Oh, okay.
and really beautiful place. Um, Food was really good. We had nothing but like mariscos and
Mm.
tacos, and didn't do a whole lot of drinking. Drank a little bit. Hung out by the beach. Beaches were really clear. It was awesome. We went to this beach called, oh, I forget the name, but it's cool because like once you go in, like not even like 2-3 feet walking into the ocean, you're literally right there with the fish, which
So
is
you were
awesome.
swimming with fish?
Literally swimming with a whole school of fish.
But at 3 feet, you're probably walking with fish, not swimming.
Well, yeah, at that point. But I as soon as I like walked, I just dunked my whole body in because it felt so great.
And you weren't afraid of the fish? I feel like
No,
I don't want any of that
no, it
touching
was
me.
cool. I was talking to them. They were telling me how life is being a fish, and it was awesome. Yeah,
It was awesome.
it was cool.
I think I developed a phobia of like fish when I killed my brother-in-law's fish.
How'd you kill your brother-in-law's fish?
So they were like filthy in algae water, right? And they had been like that for years, but like in my 15-year-old brain, I was like, I'm gonna clean out their house. So I Solomon, I know you know where this is going because your face is
Because I'm
thinking,
already shaking my head.
yeah. So I was like, I got clean filtered water and I put them in there. I put all the goldfish in there. They were 14, by the way. They're 14 years old.
God,
And there was like 20 14-year-old fish in this tank. And so I put them on clean little buckets and then I went away with scrubbing and everything was clean. I put new water in it. I turned back, they're still good. And I finished and I started grabbing the fish to dump them back in.
right?
Tell me why right when I turned back, they start going, ooh,
My name is
ooh.
Darla.
Yeah. Fishy!
Fishy.
No, for real. So I turned around and they kept going, nope. Like, no, 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 right? I was like having a freaking meltdown and they all floated up. And then I'm like, maybe he won't notice. Maybe he won't notice all the dead fish in the tank, right? And I like poured them back in and I'm like, oh, he'll definitely notice. And then when he got home, I had to come clean because obviously it wasn't his 10-year-old daughter that I was babysitting who did that.
Right.
And yeah,
What was his reaction?
he was so mad. All he did was this. I can't say his name, so I'll give him a fake name. I said, David, I killed your fish. And he goes, what do you mean? He's like, I've had those for 14 years. Like they're almost as old as like you are. Like I've had them since literally the 90s. And I went, I killed them. I'm so sorry. He's like, what were you doing? And then I was like, oh, I cleaned the tank. I wanted them to have a clean environment. Like, no, they already are used to the algae. So you put them into
Oh,
shock.
they're supposed to live like that?
Yes. So I put
Oh
them,
my
I
gosh.
sent them into shock and they died. Especially because they put them in filtered water. I think they were like supposed to be meant for fresh water.
Mm.
So I killed him. I suffocated him to death, basically. I killed like 20 of his pets in one
Fishy,
day.
why are you sleeping?
I am the real life Darla.
Darla. you open the door and the fucking frame falls to the
You know
ground.
when she's on the dentist chair and she's like, ah. That was literally me.
No.
I will never live that down ever.
Oh man.
And I know people don't think much about it, like, oh, it's just fish. But I felt so incredibly bad. Like I had a panic attack. I wanted to replace the fish. And then I was making, a 15-year-old salary babysitting. So I was making like $8 an hour. And I was just like,
which
I'll
is more than
replace.
the national minimum wage.
Yeah. And so I was like, I'll just pick some up from like PetSmart or whatever. They were $15 each
You thought you could fake
for
it?
like a big one. Yeah. And I was like, "Oh, I only have $30. So I don't
Does
think."
he hold a grudge still? Like, does he bring it up to this day? Does he like make fun of you?
No, he doesn't bring it up.
Okay, good.
We just don't talk about it at all because it was that horrible of a day.
You see each other and you're both.
Yeah, we just avoid each other at all costs.
You just go to a carnival and you get a bunch of them for like 10 cents or
There is
whatever.
no way. I don't know what kind of goldfish these were. They were huge. They were like long and like this big,
Mm.
and they only get bigger.
You're making that coffee money. You could afford it.
No, it's too late now. That's like what? Someone do the math. Like $15 times 20. I'm not gonna ever replace those.
Yeah. Damn. Checking with Solomon. We haven't seen him in over a week. How are you, man?
I'm good. It's funny. Let me see if I have a camera view. Let's see here. How's that? There we go. It's good. Life is good. I've been pretty busy. Um, summer is weird though because a lot of people are either going on vacation or they're doing more podcasts. So I'm getting a lot of new people coming in doing podcasts now,
That's good.
and different subjects. One guy wants to talk about growing up in Long Beach. One guy wants to talk about all the celebrities who came from his high school.
Yeah.
Different things like that. So always interesting subjects.
Did he go
Uh,
to what's that high school that everyone from Long Beach goes to? Like that's
I'm
is
not
it
sure
Jordan?
Like where
because
Cameron Diaz
Jordan.
went
Yeah,
and
Snoop
Snoop Dogg.
Dogg and
well, it was Long Beach, Jordan. I think that's what
oh,
they
okay.
they were
Yeah.
talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah, yeah.
So that'll be interesting once that gets started. I also have a guy who wants to talk about everything having to do with migrants, and so just keeping people informed on the latest legislation and things
Oh,
like
that's
that, and the
awesome.
migrants' rights and stuff.
Yeah,
Hmm.
And
hell
he's going
yeah.
to interview a bunch of different people, so that'll be an interesting podcast as
That's
well.
cool.
Yeah. So, other than that, I will not be here next week because I'll be driving my daughter to UC Berkeley.
Whoa.
So she'll
Wait,
be
she's a senior looking into colleges now,
no,
or
no, she's
she's already?
starting.
Oh
She's
wow.
starting
Oh,
Berkeley.
okay.
Yeah. So
Wow. So she's moving out.
yeah, that's gonna be crazy. It's for me. It's gonna be like wow. I don't have anybody here in that room. But for my wife, I think it's gonna be a little bit tougher because
Yeah, it's always tougher
she's
with
so
moms.
used to having that obligation. It's a fulfilling obligation, but of course now.
Is she your oldest?
Uh, no, I have an older one who already went to school, but
Right. Oh, you're
this
right.
is the last one.
Oh, it's
So
the
Empty
baby.
nest.
Empty
empty nest,
nest.
exactly, exactly.
Are you
But
guys gonna get it like
we
a
have
lot
a
of empty nesters get like a new pet?
we have a dog, we have a cat.
Okay.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, that's
So
right. Yeah.
yeah, so those they I don't know if they'll fill in or if they're gonna get more neglected. It remains to be seen. But it's gonna be an adjustment, you know. But we're really proud of her though.
That is,
And
that's a huge accomplishment.
Yeah.
yep, huge. And you got a new phone.
That's another
Yes.
accomplishment. He's got a whole tablet in
uh,
his pocket, people.
He could run the
Yeah.
whole podcast through his phone.
Well, no, it's just the new and I wasn't really gonna get one because I've sort of stopped like immediately getting a new phone. That used to be my thing all the time. But now I just said, you know what, let me give this a try. The new Fold,
Yeah.
Galaxy Fold 5. And it came in the mail and I went, That whole night I had a dream of, oh my God, why did I buy this? Why did I buy this? I'm gonna return it. I'm gonna return it.
Buyer's remorse.
The next day I said, okay, because I was trading in mine. I said, let me just put my phone in the box, put it in the mail, the old one, and it'll be done. Then I'll be forced to keep it. And so I did that, got it all set up, and now I'm really happy with it. It's like, wow, this thing has
Yeah.
some really cool features. Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
had to sit with it for a day.
Yep. Yep.
That's me. Like when I got my laptop, I'm like, did I make the
Yeah.
right choice? I could have just got an HP laptop and that would have been fine.
Yeah. Did you get a Mac?
I got a Mac.
Boo. Wait,
I
gotta-
love my
let me
Mac
find my
laptop.
boo button on here.
What don't you like about Macs?
No, I don't know. I don't dislike Macs. That's not. I've never been a Mac person.
Mm.
So I'm not part of the whole iPhone
Apple, right.
ecosystem. I do have an iPad because it's the best tablet you can get, basically. But every time I've gone to an iPhone, I've always switched back to Android.
Really? How come?
Mainly because the main reason is because I like to type on text from my computer.
Yeah.
And so with Android, you can do that. With a Mac, with a Mac or an iPhone, you'd have to have a Mac to do it.
Gotcha.
So, and I'm not going to go
Has to all
spend
match.
extra money for the same features that you
Right.
get on a PC. And I run my whole business on PCs.
Right.
So, yeah, I've never had problems with it, but yeah,
Okay.
it's not really my thing.
Yeah.
Huh?
I'm like, I love it. Everything's connected.
Yeah.
I'm backed up. I
Macs are for simple people who just want it to be simple.
And what I do, act more
I don't know why I
stupidly.
pressed that one. I thought it was gonna be a different sound. I didn't know it was the Kanye song.
Wow.
I thought it was gonna
I
be
didn't
like
take you
stupid.
as a Kanye fan.
I'm not. It's got a couple good songs. Anyways, we brought a game that I thought all three of us could play for
I
everyone
charge
listening.
extra for playing games.
Another 10.
So this one's called Never Have I
can get it
Ever.
out. That's what she said.
Ew.
So, I mean, no one's gonna. I didn't really plan this out much. I didn't like have any prizes or anything, but I thought it'd be cool to like, play the game and then, talk about like stories of things that are in the card. I'm not speaking
Sure.
English very
No.
well right now.
I kind of disassociated through that sentence.
I did too. It's been a long couple weeks. Anyways, here. So, I'll give you a chunk.
Great. Wait, I saw these. No. I want to be surprised.
Give-
God, I already saw a bunch of
I'll
these
give
that I have.
Solomon a chunk.
All right. So should we look at them or not look at them?
I would say don't look at them and
Don't
then
look at it
pick one
first.
and then everybody answers it.
Right, and we have to
That's not
say
how it works.
So yeah, so
Okay.
you read off what's on the card, and if you haven't, well, I guess if we're not playing for points, then it doesn't really matter.
No.
I think it's just
Yeah, just
say
say a
what's on
story.
the card, yeah, and then if we've done it or we've done whatever's on the card, we'll talk about it.
Okay.
So who wants to go first?
I can just go first.
You? Okay, let's go.
This one's kind of a dumb one. Is it okay if
What is
I
this?
removed all my pubic hair?
You have to say, never have I ever removed all my pubic.
Never had. This is gross. Never have I ever removed all my pubic hair.
I did accidentally once.
How do you accidentally remove all?
Well,
the pubic hair?
you're maintaining your
That's not an accident though.
Well, hold on. So you're maintaining your Georgia the Jungle, and you accidentally, oh man, like that's not how I wanted it to look, and then you fix it, and you're like, well, shit, and then everything's gone. But that was years and years ago when I was first learning about shaving and grooming and taking care of.
So you were trying to achieve a certain
Of my-
shape, or you
No,
achieved
I was just
dinosaur design? What was it?
I was McDonald's logo.
Ah,
That's disgusting.
No, that wasn't true at
yeah.
all.
That's
I wasn't.
level 3 of pubic hair shape.
I wasn't looking for a
McDonald's logo.
specific shape. I was just maintaining it, and I did not do a very good job. And yeah, it was.
These are a lot racier than I anticipated.
That's the whole point. If you feel uncomfortable saying anything, it's all right. You could move on to the
I plead the fifth.
move on to the next one.
Yes, and there are certain things that, as an objective podcast producer, I cannot divulge.
Right. Yeah, and we respect your privacy and everyone else's privacy
Mm-hmm.
on the show. So my turn.
Sure.
What?
If it's like really out of pocket, you can
That's
skip it.
really out of pocket.
I need to see it though.
Like what?
All right,
What
now
was it?
you have to say what it is. What is it?
Uh-oh. Really?
Okay, it says never.
Okay, just pass it to me. Let me see.
If you want to find out what it says, you can DM us.
Yeah, for those.
Look at it.
listening.
Just look at Solomon's reaction.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's just odd. Yeah, drawn blood while involved. We'll put it that way. Yeah, it's
Right?
odd. Yeah.
It's odd. It's very odd. Okay, I'll
So you're saying I could have skipped mine?
well, if it makes you feel uncomfortable, yeah.
It was
I
bad.
mean,
Okay,
just-
I'll skip next.
Oh, it was-
This one's worse, isn't it?
no.
Okay, yeah. Let's tell everybody that. Not a lot of people know.
Never have I ever sharded. I have. Do you know what sharding is?
I can guess.
Yes.
Okay.
Does it leave brown stains in your underwear when you fart or something?
I left more than a brown stain in Alex's underwear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that TMI? So,
Are we gonna talk about the
yeah,
time?
let's talk about it real quick.
Okay.
Years and years ago, when we were first becoming friends, we had we had a mutual friend. We were really hungry, so we went to go eat at In and Out.
Mm-hmm.
Went back to my dad's apartment, and we were sitting in the in the dining room,
Yeah.
and me and our mutual friend got really gassy, so we decided to
Uh,
have a little
oh.
fart contest.
They were farting nasty, Solomon. Like they sounded wet. Like there was no debate. Exactly. And they kept going. They kept going literally back and forth.
So you were there.
I was there eating my burger, and I was like, "Stop farting! It's literally fucking disgusting." Like I'm eating, and then he kept going for like another solid 2 minutes, and I said, "You're gonna shit yourself. Watch." And then he's like, "No, I'm not." And then in that last one, he went, and his whole face went like this,
Wow.
and he got up, cupped his ass, and waddled to the restroom. And I've only known this dude for 1 year.
And
The story gets worse.
well, it doesn't get worse. That was the worst part of it. It's just funny. So I was in the bathroom contemplating what I was gonna do, and this was the first time this had ever happened. And I was in there for quite some time, and Priscilla and our mutual friend knocked on my door and were like, "Dude, are you all right?" I was like, guys, Priscilla, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to grab me a clean pair of underwear from my top drawer and a plastic bag." And the rest is history.
Yeah.
Yeah, fun times.
It was,
shitty times, I should say.
I tell Alex that that's when I knew we were going to be best friends, because when you do something that embarrassing, like you're bonded forever.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, but it wasn't you who did it. It was him. Who
Yeah,
did
but I helped.
I helped.
I helped him. I retrieved his underwear, his undergarments in a plastic bag.
Yeah, that was the first time a friend had ever seen underwear of mine.
Yeah.
Mm.
Certainly not the last, because when we shot the pilot, I also went through your underwear drawer.
Yeah, so years and years later, we decided to make a little, sketch parody video about what happened to me, and it's on
Like-
YouTube actually,
Yeah, if you want to watch it, it's under Awkward People Productions.
and it's called Yellow Curry.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Moving on,
Is it my turn?
it's your turn.
It's your turn.
All right. Let's see. Oh. Never have I ever kicked someone out of my wedding.
I'm
That's
not married
interesting.
yet.
I've never been married or close to it.
Yeah. And I
Have
well,
you?
I wanted to kick out the organist.
Really?
Um,
How come?
because we told the guy, we told him, hey, when people are just around, just play the piano, and then when it's really time to do the whole march thing,
Right.
switch to the organ. And the guy did it backwards. He played the
Mm.
organ, and then so you get this grand organ where people are just sitting around, they can't hear themselves talk, and then when they're ready to do the actual march and stuff, he switches to the piano, this little rinky ding, ding 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 ding, and it was like, come on,
Was it like
man.
honky tonk
Well,
music?
yeah, I mean,
Weird.
it was just it was just like you go from this loud noise to like nothing.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and it was just like, wow. But it's one of those things where you go, well, at least you're gonna have something fun to remember about your wedding. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because
Yeah.
everything is a memory at that point.
Oh gosh.
That wasn't too bad. I was expecting something dramatic.
Yeah, I was
Nah.
expecting like drunk family member on like her side, and
Oh,
Maybe
our
fight-
wedding was small. We
fight
had
broke out.
50 people, including the priest. It was
Oh,
very
that's
small.
nice.
Yeah, it was nice and intimate, as they say.
Where'd you guys get married?
Some church, Catholic church,
Okay, around town or out of state?
LA.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I always tell my mom, if I do ever decide on getting married, I would want it to be something intimate. Like I don't see the use of inviting all these people that I'm not really close to.
Denied.
Exactly, because my dad is always like, "Oh, you have to invite your uncles. You have to invite them." I'm like, but they're not really part of my life. Like I'm related to them, but they're not like actively involved in my life. They don't even watch this. I mean, if your family doesn't support you, like do you
So
want
is
them at
that
your
gonna be
wedding?
your wedding thing? You just gonna go through your subscriber list
Yeah,
and
I'm
go,
gonna go through
okay,
my subscriber list and
there
I'm
you
like
go.
canceled, canceled,
Yeah, if you're
canceled.
not on the subscriber list, you're not even getting a
Yeah.
shot.
If you don't sign up to the Patreon, you can't come
If
either.
you don't sign up to OnlyFans, Patreon, yeah, can't get
I don't have an OnlyFans.
it.
No,
Your
he has
OnlyFans?
an OnlyFans.
Where he sells foot pics.
And double chin pics.
Mm.
Your turn.
Never have I ever been to a church and a bar in the same day. I have.
Like after church, you go straight to the bar.
Not straight to the bar, but like later that day I went to the bar.
Oh, okay.
I think it was Las Perlas. Like I went with my mom in the morning
Oh,
and then
that's
later
right.
I got
Yeah,
invited.
yeah, you and Ellie. No, or just you?
No, it's just me.
Gotcha.
I met up with like some high school friends.
When I was going to church, I wasn't old enough to drink yet. So, yeah.
You haven't.
No.
Solomon?
I've never had a drink.
You've never drank alcohol before?
Right.
Wow.
That's
Anyway.
awesome.
An icon.
That's cool.
It's just a thing. It's not a big deal.
No, that's a big
No,
deal.
that is awesome.
That's cool.
Well, Alex and I aren't really big drinkers. We're more like social drinkers. I won't go and buy like a freaking 6-pack of something. It's not my thing.
Yeah.
I really rather like spend it on a new experience or like an art show because it costs just about the same. Like an entry for like your sister's upcoming like show would be like $20 on average.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd rather spend it on that than a drink.
And that's going to be at where?
It's gonna be on
August 12th. That's this
yes,
Saturday.
let me see my Instagram really quick.
Including with your
My
your cousin.
Okay, so I remember I was talking about her in the episode where Adrian was here,
Mm-hmm.
and that she made like these beautiful pieces of art that like stem from her like her childhood. She would get like the childhood chairs, the blankets, and things from 99-cent store because we grew up in low income. But like she like
And it's a collage. of
Yeah.
it, right? Yeah.
it's like basically it's a sculpture, but I feel like I'm not really good with like terminology in terms of art. So like I call it like a collage you can touch, right? And it's beautiful because I see a lot of our memories within those things, like the
Mhm.
older chairs, the blankets, the curtains. And she's going to be displaying that as well as your sister's going to be displaying a portrait that she painted.
I believe. Well, I'll leave that as a surprise if you want to go support. But yeah, it's this Saturday. It's in downtown.
It's in
Downtown
downtown.
LA.
Let me see.
Uh,
It's at the LA Art Share LA.
Art Share LA.
That was a hard one, huh?
That was hard.
Words are hard today,
Art
guys.
Share LA. Art Share.
And
tongue
they start
twister.
at 7.
Okay.
So if you guys are interested, there's gonna be a lot of cool things to see.
Thought you were gonna say Shart Air LA.
Shart there. No, that's
Shart
his.
Air.
That's his
LA.
art show. It's actually where he's putting on his comedy show. Shart Air Alley.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Oh, I already did that one. So never have I ever. Yeah, I feel like everyone has done this. Never have I ever written boobs on a calculator. It's like
Mhm.
80085.
I haven't done that.
You've never done that?
Not boobs. I think I've
Boobies.
written hello.
Hello.
I put boobies
You can write sex on there too, I think.
with the 5, 3, and what?
Well, I guess maybe you can't. I
What?
thought you could.
Oh, X?
X?
Yeah.
Times? Well, no.
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 That only does, that's only the function. No, I don't think you can.
I was gonna say unless you like sounded it out, but then you'd have to have a K. So no.
So, yes, I've done that.
Mm.
Your turn.
Oh, my turn. Never have I here. Let's see. Never have I ever ended a date in half an hour or less.
Hmm.
Yes.
I think, yeah, I figured you would be the one to talk to about this. Let's hear your experience.
Where do I start, Solomon? I was starting community college and there was this really cute guy in my class. And I was all like, okay, whatever. And I guess we got each other's attention and we started talking. He's like, oh, let's go grab something to eat after class. And I was like, sure, I'm hungry. I'm down. I sit there and I'm talking to him. Everything's going well. Such a youthful spirit. Remember that. Because when we got to talking about ages, I was like, oh, I'm 18.
Oh, I know where this is going.
And then I asked him his age, and he goes, I'm 42. I have a son your age, actually. When I tell you, I was all like, I'm a victim. I'm a victim. And I like literally just left. I'll be like, okay, well, I have my next class start soon.
Did that
So I'm
stop
gonna
him?
go. No, he's like, oh, I'll see you in class tomorrow. I'm like, yeah, because you have to.
Now, do you feel like you're sure he was wanting to do something other than make class friends?
Yeah. Because while we were eating, like, put your hands up here. He went like this. And I didn't even know him.
Denied.
So if he had been 19, you wouldn't have minded that?
No.
Okay.
But he was just like kind of a little bit more than double my age.
Yeah.
So I find that kind of weird. A
Yeah.
little suspicious.
It's only cool if you're a rich celebrity. Then everyone's like, yeah.
No, I'm not touching anybody's saggy parts. Thank you very much.
I've never ended a date 30 minutes or less. No, I've pretty much completed. That sounds weird.
That does sound weird.
I've
Ew.
finished.
I've completed
that
my
sounds worse.
obligation.
I've completed I've completed the task at force. That's worse. Moving on.
Moving on.
You went through all stages of the of grief right now. Me?
Yep.
Or never have I ever seen one of my coworkers naked.
I have.
I have. Solomon, for producer reasons, do you want to skip this question?
Well, I don't have any coworkers.
Oh,
So there you go.
Your whole life you've never had coworkers?
No, I don't have coworkers now.
No.
Yeah.
Prior to then, he pleads the fifth.
I have. Not in this current job, but back when I worked at that wing place.
Yeah. Right? what did you always tell me? Never dip your pen
In the company.
in company.
No, because then you can't escape them. You have to see them all the time.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine doing something you regret and you're like,
And yet a lot of people find their life partners at work.
yeah, my sister
This is
did.
true.
At that same wing place. My
Mhm.
sister found her current, like she's gonna have more, her boyfriend, and
Do I hear wedding bells?
hopefully I've never been to a wedding.
You've never been to a wedding?
No, I went to my cousin's wedding, but I was too little to like understand.
What?
She had an Indian wedding, so it was like the
Oh,
circles, the washing
Bollywood.
of the feet.
That's cool.
It's like, yeah. So, but like I've never been to like, well, I went to my cousin's wedding, but they're older. I want to go to people's wedding that are my age, like fun,
Mhm.
because they put like.
How old are you? Well, if you don't,
I'm 27.
people your age shouldn't be getting married anyway.
I'm a 27-year-old teenager.
A
as
lot
they say.
a lot of people are though.
They are.
A
A lot
lot.
of people my age have like 2 babies already or more.
Well, but that's not getting married though.
No, but they're like married already with children. Some of them are even on their second husbands. Like I'm not even down to like a boyfriend.
Man, they're trying to win that race. Huh?
Yeah, they
Mhm.
try to win. They're like, haha, beat you. I'm like, but did you really?
Yeah.
You went through a divorce, and the baby daddy, where's he at? Did you win?
Yeah, I'm in no rush. I'm in no rush at all.
Well, I kind of am now. I was telling Alex.
oh
in the car,
yeah.
I was telling Alex, I'm manifesting a husband by next year, and if it doesn't happen, I'm gonna be sad. Well, but at the very least, a boyfriend. I'm like, I have like this diary series.
Say that again.
Diary.
Diary.
I went diary series on my Instagram where I just use it like as an open place to vent, and I never say anything like it's like too like cringe. I think I keep it pretty light.
Yeah.
And I was saying, in the words of Michael Scott, I'm ready to get hurt again. Like, I'm just ready. I just need the love songs to hit harder. You know, Solomon? Like, when I sing a love song in the car, it just doesn't feel the same because I'm like, there's a heartbreak.
Hit harder. Interesting.
Well, when's the last date you had?
Ooh. Maybe like 4 months ago.
Okay.
It was
Eh.
I kind of wanted to check out early. Like I disassociated. Like I never got asked once like a question about myself. He was just talking about himself the whole time. And then I was just like, why the fuck am I even here? Why didn't you just like stand in front of a mirror and like just word vomit all these things?
Gross.
Do you think guys do that because either A, they just want to brag about themselves, or B, they feel so intimidated that they feel like they have to qualify in order to meet your expectations?
I think they think I'm needier than I am, but I'm a simple girl. I really am. And Alex like knows me in that way, and I don't really ask for a lot. Like sometimes I think the most things I ask for is like reassurance, right? Like I just want to make sure we're on the same page because and I never like I guess I never vocalize this, but I would like reassurance because I feel like a lot of times I think things are one thing and they're the exact opposite.
Mm.
Sure.
So I need to work on my communication skills for sure. But I don't really have a lot of expectations. It's just one guy, like one of the guys that talked about himself a lot was all like, "Oh, it's because you went to like a university and I didn't. You make me feel stupid." I'm like, I literally don't even act that way, so I don't understand where that was coming from.
Yeah, that's weird. That's
That's
just insecure. Yeah.
insecurity. Yeah.
Well, I'm like a fucking magnet for like insecure men.
Yeah.
I really am.
Was it his turn? We'll do last round and move on.
Thank God.
Yes.
What did he say?
He was like, "Thank God." Whose turn was it? Was that? I don't remember.
I'm not playing this game anymore.
Oh wow. You're gonna pass me that card? Okay, I have a fun one.
Okay.
Let's do mine.
Oh.
Never have I ever imagined having children with a particular celebrity.
I don't think so.
No.
No?
No.
Maybe.
I didn't think like I have crushes on celebrities, but I don't think of it as like a realm of actual possibility, you know? So I'm like,
So, okay, so let's skip the children part. Have you ever thought about what it'd be like to date a celebrity, somebody you really like, or who do you have a crush on?
that's easy. Chris Evans,
Okay.
Captain America,
And you, sir?
Amelia Clark.
Amelia Clark.
an English woman.
Mm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Game of Thrones.
Got it.
Yeah. She was in Han Solo. Yeah, I have a big crush on her.
Cool.
Rashida Jones.
I have to look her up. I don't know who she is.
She's an actress. She's the daughter of Quincy Jones.
Yeah, I'm sure I know who she is, but I can't put a face to it.
That's
But
me
yeah.
too. He'll say names. I'm like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of the other things that we wanted to get into, what was it?
It was cell phone, please. Oh, well, we've kind of already talked about that. We've talked about that.
It's the number 5 that's making you laugh, huh?
Yeah. Lizzo.
Lizzo.
Let's talk about Lizzo. So, okay, I have to backtrack a bit. So, I work for a music company.
But we kind of have to say what happened, that she's been under hot water. Right
Yeah.
now
Okay. So
For
here,
like
I actually
sexual assault allegations and like
Yeah. So
hardworking conditions and verbal abuse.
this is as of a few days ago. 3 of Lizzo's former dancers have accused the singer of sexual harassment and created a hostile work environment in a lawsuit filed on Tuesday. They also allege that she pressured one of them to touch a nude performer at an Amsterdam club and subjected the group to an excruciating audition after leveling false accusations that they were drinking on the job. And they're also accusing Lizzo basically of shaming their bodies, even though she's a celebrity that has been seen and been known to
promote body
promote
positivity.
positive body positivity.
Yeah, this is all alleged.
Right. So I work for a music company, and of course, most of the people working there are musicians. And I have a musician friend there. She used to work at a previous music company before that. And she was telling me she met Lizzo because she was there to like buy an instrument. I forget what she was buying.
A flute.
And it was a flute. That's right. Yeah. Duh. It was a flute. and just told me that she was just very rude, very standoffish, very, I'm above you kind of an attitude,
Mhm.
alongside with her, posse with her group of friends who also kind of had a similar attitude. Um, and then I had brought that up to Pris to know you're a big Lizzo fan,
I am. I
and
love
you
Lizzo.
defended Lizzo.
I said, "There's no way. Maybe she's just having a bad day. She's my friend." Oh,
We had lunch last week.
I get really defensive over like people that I really like. I don't idolize a lot of
I
people,
don't
but
blame you. Yeah.
like she's the last person that I expect to do something like that. I think that's why it's just like, oh no, there's no way.
Right.
Well, you only got one side of the story, so
Right. So
anyway.
we'll
Go on though.
we'll wait. Well, I mean, that was basically it. It was just, and then I looked at Priscilla and I was like,
And I said the 3 words that pained me the
Huh.
most, Solomon. I was wrong.
Oh,
well,
well,
maybe
well.
we'll find out.
Yeah, let's not be too quick to just
Well,
because they wrote a news story to be judge and
Right.
jury.
Yeah. We'll
That's
find
the
Yeah.
out.
problem with the world today. I think,
Everyone's quick to.
yeah, people
No, a lot
just see it
of
on Twitter and then that's it. Oh my God, it must be true.
Right.
no, some videos recently I think came
Oh, there were
out.
videos that came out.
Yeah.
What were the videos?
Of her saying all the like mean stuff. Like
Oh, like
they
someone was secretly filming.
Yeah, I saw it on where was it? It was on TikTok. Where she was there was videos of her saying these things, and there's been like a lot of people coming out and saying what she has done.
Yeesh.
So I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, still stuff can be taken out of context. It can be
Possibly.
an anger moment. It doesn't. I don't know that it equates to like a pattern. I mean, it could, but I mean, I just don't want to be quick to judge.
Some people had said some out of pocket things that I did not believe in the slightest. And it was like the whole banana thing. You heard that?
Oh yeah, that she allegedly forced her performers to. Thank you.
Thank you.
To eat bananas out of strippers'
Areas.
areas,
And I feel like that feels like a stretch.
which that does happen. I had a comedian friend of mine who was on tour in the military. They went to Japan.
Oh, I know who
And
that is.
Yeah, and that happens. But I mean, yeah, we really don't know.
So let's describe this scenario. I'll just be the VOG off camera right now.
Mhm.
So all of these people who supposedly were subjected to this, at some point they were led into a room and someone said, "Hey, do you want to come in?" Evidently they went in.
Yeah.
And then they saw these people, "Hey, do you want to get closer?" Evidently they gotten closer. "Hey, do you want to participate?" It's like, okay, so wait, you could have said no at any given point before even putting yourself in that situation. I just think maybe they got to it and they sort of thought, "Oh, that'd be interesting," and then maybe
But
it's
then
like,
felt uncomfortable after.
yeah, and then felt uncomfortable later or whatever. Yeah,
I could feel like it could be a combination of things because sometimes, like when you're in shock, it'll make you do things that you wouldn't normally do, or if you feel like you couldn't say no to something. And I feel like that applies to any kind of like abuse. Like sometimes
Mhm.
you don't say anything because you're like too scared to say anything or too in shock.
Right. What if I get fired? What
Yeah,
if I
like
get...
yeah, like a lot of people live like in LA and it's expensive to live in LA. Like my livelihood is on the line. All this stuff is on the line. And yeah, arguably they could have said no, but when you're put in a scary situation like that, you don't know how to react.
right.
And nobody knows until they're put in that situation. And I really don't wish that upon anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a strike going on right now. You
Mhm.
know,
The
Tough.
Strike.
The actor strike?
yeah,
WGA?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just a lot right now. So people are very, worried about their income.
UPS. I think UPS is out there too.
Oh, I didn't heard that. I hadn't heard that. I
yeah.
heard LA city workers.
Yeah. A lot of city workers. Yeah. There's a lot of big labor movements going on right now, which, all the power, to them. It affects a lot of people. And companies really aren't paying their employees livable wages, and some people have to
They
work
aren't. And they
3,
have
4 jobs just to make rent.
and they have the budget for
Just
it
rent.
too.
Yep.
And they don't like I think Mandy Moore was in like a really popular show called This Is Us. And she was getting residual checks of like 2 pennies.
Right, 2 cents.
That's it.
Wow.
And she said, I just waited. She's like, I just let them pile up until I got like a couple like dollars, and then I deposited them like all the papers.
And This Is Us is still a popular show.
It's still very popular. And she was saying, I only get 2 cents. She's like, I can't lie about this. Like she took pictures of her checks and she showed,
Yeah, I saw that.
and she's like, I'm not making this up.
Jamie Lee Curtis shared something of someone she knows that took a picture of their check and it was like 0.1.
It was less than a cent.
It costs
Yeah.
more to mail the check.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
It's like,
Wow.
why even bother?
I got a 0.2 cents check once.
From
Well, I did this thing with Michael Jackson
what?
and the
You
original.
can't just lay that
You
bomb.
can't
You have to
just-
explain it.
What?
No,
Casually, I worked with Michael Jackson.
no, it was a while ago. I was in a children's choir and did background vocals for one of the Jackson's albums.
What? That's awesome.
And I remember I
That's
got paid
cool.
$53 for this. But then I also remember years later, getting this check for like 17 cents or something. It was funny. But anyway,
every time.
that was the smallest check I ever got.
um.
That was so
That's
random.
So random. Never have I ever worked for a Jackson.
I'm like, I have another one right here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this could lead into your future project. So you recently watched Oppenheimer,
I
the
did.
2 like most sold movies right now, and I watched Barbie.
I still haven't seen Barbie, and you still haven't seen Oppenheimer.
And no spoilers, please.
no spoilers.
No, no
Have you
spoilers.
seen either of them?
No, not yet.
Gotcha.
I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm just gonna say how I was feeling because I don't want to ruin it for anybody. But I felt like I had a really good message for women. I really like how they showed. This is not a spoiler, but they showed like the 2 points of view, how women are treated versus how men are treated. And I don't think this is not spoiling it, but they show like how men
It's not spoiled, but
It's not spoiling.
this person died at
because-
the end.
No, but it just shows how in the real world, like in the Barbie world, they idolize women, and women can be anything, right? Because that's the whole thing with Barbie. Like women can be a president, women can be all these things.
Mhm.
But like in the real world, men are only the presidents, men are only the businessmen, men are the construction workers, men do everything. So like showing kids these movies and saying that they are capable of doing whatever they want, especially little girls, I felt like it was a really good message.
So do you think it'd be appropriate for boys to see it, little boys?
I think boys should definitely see it.
Okay.
So like, they have like, I feel like kids in general are born to, what's it called? They're raised to think that men are the only ones that do the hard work and get their hands dirty and do these chop down trees
Yeah,
and stuff. And they never think that
physical-
women should be
physical
doing that.
jobs,
They put
right.
you in like gender roles
Gender roles, yeah.
since like a little kid. And then this way they can say they can break away from the gender roles. Like,
Right.
you-
Boys like the color blue, girls like the color pink.
yeah, but since you're little, like think about it, like
Mhm.
Minnie Mouse and all this stuff for like the girls. And then for the boys, they have like dinosaurs and trucks
Right.
and like,
Mine was pirates.
yeah, but I think that it's good to see that you can be anything and it shouldn't matter what
Mhm.
you like. But you saw
then
Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer. Visuals were fantastic.
I was told it was 3 hours. I said,
It
you couldn't
is.
pay me.
It is 3 hours long, and there's a whole aspect of Robert Oppenheimer's life that I had no idea about. So that was cool to learn.
Mhm.
Again, visuals were awesome. My friend, our friend Adrian, who was on the podcast, we went to go see it at the Chinese theater in Hollywood, and we saw it in IMAX, which is how Nolan filmed it in IMAX, and he's been telling everyone go watch it in IMAX. Like that's how we filmed it.
Interesting.
Go watch
Okay.
it that way. And it was great. Sure enough, we saw it on the huge screen. But for like the first 30, 40 minutes, I really could not understand any of the dialogue. And Adrian was telling me the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of it I just couldn't understand. And I was like, and we both talked about how we felt about the movie.
Proximity to spoilers.
But you know what? He saw it again, and it was just the speakers of the theater weren't great. But he saw it at another theater, and it was awesome. He's like, I liked it better. the second
so
time."
you're saying the sound of the
Yeah, the
Of the
audio.
theater
oh,
sound.
okay. I thought you were saying the actual words they were using.
Well,
you couldn't understand.
That's what I thought. I'm like, why can't I hear them?
Got it.
I really
Okay.
could not hear them. It was hard to understand. And so with that happening, I didn't, get where I didn't get the plot. So I was very confused. but he saw it again. He was like, sound was great. It's a great film.
Right.
Yeah.
So go watch it. So Oppenheimer created the bomb along with help of other scientists. And this bomb that they made, they dropped in Hiroshima and the second one in Nagasaki. So I don't know if I don't remember mentioning this on the show, but my grandfather's first cousin, George Bob Carone, was the tail gunner and the photographer on board of the Enola Gay airplane, which dropped the bomb that Oppenheimer made.
Wow.
And he,
Oh,
for
I
watching on
wonder what that
YouTube,
was.
he
Okay.
wrote a book about his experience with the help of the writer Charlotte Mears.
Let me see
He
that.
wrote a book called Fire of a Thousand Suns. You can get it. You can buy it online. I'm currently reading it, and it is awesome. It's cool to learn about my distant relative.
Mm.
So yeah, so all the photos you see of the very first bomb dropped in Hiroshima, he took, and he gets credit in, all the history books, all the documentaries made about the project and about what happened. But his perspective was interesting because he had the unique vantage point of being the only one who was able to get a clear view of the dropping of the bomb.
Right.
A lot of the crew members were, thinking like, yeah, we helped save a lot of lives, but at what cost?
Mm-hmm.
And the
Yeah.
bomb really wasn't dropped to stop the Japanese. It was basically an FU to Japan's next door neighbors, Russia. Like, this is what could happen.
That's messed
And
up.
Japan was used as a guinea pig
Mm.
because Japan was supposedly gonna be surrendering 2 weeks before the bomb was even dropped.
Wow.
Yep. So
So, okay, so you're saying it almost wasn't necessary.
it wasn't necessary.
Interesting. There's a TV show, there was a drama about basically the making of the bomb. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's called Manhattan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
And let's see. Yeah, this is it here. So, this was a really good drama. And it's basically two competing teams of scientists with two different theories on how to build this bomb, and they were sort of in the same camp. And
Wow.
Oppenheimer was there. He was sort of the guy who's sort of saying, "We're going to take this one or the other one," you know.
Right.
And it was an awesome drama. I just went through the families and lives and stuff, and they had spies and all this other.
So it's a documentary drama.
I mean, it's fictional.
It's fictional,
It's
right.
fictional, but
Okay.
it talks about these scientists coming to this small town in the middle of Los Alamos, New
Yeah.
Mexico, and just having these two competing theories and these two different camps on how to build it and which one was going to come out first.
This is awesome. Where can we
Yeah.
watch this?
Looks like it's on Freevee at this point.
Freevee.
Yeah, seasons 1 and 2 for free.
Okay.
But yeah, if Oppenheimer intrigued you, I think this would be
Watch that.
a pretty cool thing to watch.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, that's another. I can't give any spoilers. But yeah. We are coming close to the end. So I've got an upcoming show that I'm producing with
Mhm.
Creatures of Habit at the Stand Up Club in downtown Bellflower on Friday, September 1st. I'm hosting it. We've got some great performers. Priscilla's going to be on the show for the third time. I've got Jason Collings. I've got Ali Sher, Subha Agarwal.
I love Subha.
She's awesome. Retha Jones, Jonesy, Mark Ellis, who is a comedian I discovered on KLOS, the rock station on the Heidi and Frank show.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very excited to bring him on. And yeah, tickets will be out soon because it's in 3 weeks. So I'm trying to sell it out. So
But just buy your tickets, guys. Buy them soon. Buy a booth. Go with your friends. Take a
Yep.
date there.
Tickets
It's
are
a good
only
way to get to know
15.
somebody. Like, you like comedy shows, you're so fun. And also, there's like a bunch of bars there and stuff like that. So after the show, you could go grab a drink, go eat some dinner.
Dinner. Speaking of which, I'm actually having a raffle to get 2 free tickets to the show, as well as an unopened bottle of Don Julio
You would
tequila.
hope it's unopened.
It's not. It hasn't been opened.
But you could
I can
only enter
promise
the
you.
raffle if you're 21 or over.
Yeah, 21 and over. By entering the raffle, you would Venmo me $20 at Alex-Crone-8, or if you have Cash App at $APC 1994. It's only $20 to enter, and obviously, the more you send, the chances of winning 2 free tickets and the Don Julio bottle will be.
How much is a Don Julio bottle?
Um,
Because you have to be able to say that sales voice. A $200 value.
Actually, I gotta look that up. While I look it up, is there anything? Any closing statements?
Any closing statements? No. It's been a really long day for me, so I just feel like really exhausted. My day started at 5 a.m. this morning. I feel like a raccoon. I fell asleep sitting up on my lunch. I was like this.
Like a flamingo?
Yeah, I usually like have a little rant sesh in between, and I couldn't do it this time. I
So
was
is this at work? You gotta
yes,
sit in the lobby?
yeah. I was just like literally like this on. I'm learning to fall asleep with my eyes open. It's a very scary skill I've
Yeah.
acquired.
Oh, I think this is the one. Don Julio 70 Cristalino tequila at $60. Yep. So $60 bottle of Don Julio tequila.
Okay.
Yep.
So buy 2 tickets. If you buy 3, you might as well buy the bottle.
Exactly.
There
And
you
you
go.
get into the show for free.
Okay.
You're getting into my show for free. And if you get there on time, you can sit anywhere you'd like. You sit in the front row. You can sit. They also have really good food and really great drinks. So that's at the Stand Up Club in downtown Bellflower.
Yeah.
Friday, September 1st. Be there. It's going to be really, really, really fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nothing you've got coming up?
Oh, no, it's just like the only thing that like I just need to vent a little bit, guys. We were just taught how to edit so we can get our pilot out, like we were saying earlier. And let me tell you, I have the biggest headache. I didn't understand anything. Adrian, the first guy that we interviewed, told us, come over at my house and I'll teach you. And he explained everything so well. Tell me what when I left, why I was just like, what did he say?
Information overload.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah.
was so
Way too much.
overwhelmed. It was a lot of information. I mean,
It was
guy,
a lot, but
really knows what he's
he's
talking about.
very well educated in all
Yeah.
like this whole field. I don't get the terminology, the lingo, the codes. He did something. He's like, oh, this is the shorthand. Types an essay. I'm like, I don't understand. I don't know how to do that. Like, that's why I use iMovie when I do things for like other projects.
Yeah. Certain things need to be divided up into lessons so you can absorb them. And then
Yeah.
also practice them hands-on because that's how
Yeah.
you
Yeah. I learned by doing
remember
it.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think he was just trying to get us familiar with like where the things are located, in which I
Helps.
appreciate because I know now where to find those tools. It's just like lining up the audio with the video,
Mhm.
and he has like he said he had a safety audio just in case the other one shot up and stuff like that. And I'm all like, okay, but how do I cut the video so it looks seamless and not like a 5-year-old did it? Ugh. So I'm just thinking about that. I might just hang in the towel and be like, let's find an editor.
I know. So if
'Cause
you're an editor,
If you're an editor, hit us up, please.
especially if maybe you're a student who could work with a
A
very
budget.
little to no budget.
Yeah, for
Now,
crumbs.
are you looking for someone to creatively put this together, or do you guys have the creative vision and you just basically want someone to do the mechanics of it?
I want somebody to be creative enough to figure it out.
No. But that's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
do you want them to know like put their own design to it, or do
Um,
you guys know what you want and it's just a matter of saying, okay, put this here and put that there and put this there?
Yeah, more like that.
More like that. Yeah. We know
Okay.
what we want. It's just finding someone who can.
Who can like be like, I get you, and just like do it. Because I'm not like savvy enough to where I can ask for it specific things. I don't even know what they would be called.
Mhm. Right.
So I'll be like, this is the general idea, and if you can make this happen, it'd be great.
We're mostly actors.
Yeah. I know nothing
When it
about
comes
like
to editing and like technology and cameras,
no.
at least for me, I'm like,
I know like very
no idea.
minimal. Like I edit stuff on Canva as a side gig, and it's fantastic. But like anything beyond that, I cannot do.
yeah,
So editors, I'm
Hit
calling
us
out
up.
editors
yeah.
willing to work on a low budget.
$5,000 budget.
More like
It has like maybe like a few hours worth of footage, but it's only an 8 to 10 minute video.
yeah, it's really short.
It's very short.
Short like me.
Actor residual check footage budget. But really.
Yes.
Point
2 cents.
0.2 cents.
0.2 cents.
Anyways, thanks for listening. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Adios.
Hasta luego.
Bye.